What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing loan report number 1 for the 2023-2024 season, where we're going to spend this weekend having a really good look at all the Manchester City players who are out on loan, how they're performing and what their prospects hold for them, not only going into next season but for the future as well. How many of these young players are we going to see in and around the Manchester City first team squad? So before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, then do subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe. Also, don't forget social media links there in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me off any sponsorships or any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up and do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Finally, this video is sponsored and it's brought to you by Fanatics, who are looking ahead towards the summer where you've got the European Championships happening in Germany. Really looking forward to it, and that England squad made up of many Manchester City talents have got a really good chance of winning the European Championships, and it's going to go crazy basically from June onwards with international football. So if you're wanting to get yourselves kitted out and you want to go and get the latest kits from England and from all the other teams as well, then do go and check them out. Links and details, they are in the description. The Fanatics England store is live with England's European Championship jerseys, both authentic and just your normal jerseys. They are available, and I have to say both the home and away shirt, a little bit different, but I like both of them. I think they're fantastic shirts, so do go and check them out. Links and details there in the description. And thank you very much to Fanatics for sponsoring this video. So we're going to crack on with this loan report. And anybody that's new around here who hasn't seen my loan reports before, it's an annual series that I run. It's always a 4-part series. I run it over a weekend, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday and Monday. And I'll speak about all the City players out on loan and what's happening there. So loan report number 1 today, made up of Jadel Katongo, Alex Robertson, Joshua Wilson-Esbrand and Kalvin Phillips. So we're going to start off first by speaking about Jadel Katongo, currently out on loan at Peterborough United in League One in England. He's a 19-year-old English centre-back. He's made 22 appearances in League One so far this season with 1 goal and 3 assists. He's started just under 50% of games this season in League One with Posh. He plays mostly at right back for Peterborough, but he is a centre-back, so he can cover along that defensive line. Versatility, we like that at Manchester City, and it seems like he's doing very well at Peterborough as well, which is what we love to see. So keep it up, Jadel. Peterborough, they're going very well in League One, looking good for at least a playoff spot. Still got the outside chance of potentially making a last-ditch bid for automatics, but it is going to need a bit of dip in form there from the likes of Derby County, Bolton Wanderers and Barnsley, who are all above Peterborough right now in League One. But certainly having a good season. I think it'd be good to see that if Katongo is to be loaned out by City again next season, if he's doing well in League One, to maybe try and get him towards a team in the Championship and see how he gets on there. But seems to be doing very well, which is good news. And speaking of players that are doing very well out in League One, takes us nicely on to Alex Robertson. He's currently out on loan at Portsmouth in League One, also playing in England, plays in central midfield. He turns 21 next month. Scottish, but represented Australia and England at youth level, and is now an Australian international football player. So kudos there to Alex. So he's made 23 appearances so far in League One with Portsmouth this season. He started just over 50% of all games in League One so far this season, getting 1 goal and 4 assists. Portsmouth going very well, currently sit top of the table, looking good for automatic promotions, potentially being champions as well. So just like Jadel, seems to be doing very well at League One, and I think if I was City, I'd be contemplating the low market with both these young players next season, and I'd be trying to get them to a Championship club and see if they can make that jump from League One to the Championship. It's not an easy jump to make, it's quite difficult, but 2 capable players having 2 very good seasons there. I think if I was in charge at City, that's what I would be looking towards. Now, moving on, we've got the the very latest on Joshua Wilson-Esbrand, 21-year-old English left-back, currently out on loan at Cardiff City in the Championship, playing in England. Joined on transfer deadline day on February 1st in the winter window. He's made 9 appearances with no goals or assists, but he has started 70% of games so far in the Championship with Cardiff City, which is all good experience, and hopefully he can have a really good end to the campaign with Cardiff there and get much more experience. I imagine City probably will be looking either towards loaning Joshua Wilson-Esbrand out to the Championship again next season, potentially even looking at a permanent sale. We'll have to wait and see. Now, Wilson-Esbrand did spend the first half of the season out on loan at Stade over in France. He made 11 appearances in Liga 1 with 1 goal and 1 assist, but did start only 26% of games with Stade Reims. So Manchester City took up their option to recall him in January to get some game time at Cardiff City instead, and seems to be doing all right as well, which I'm sure he'll want to push on and have a strong finish to the season, and we'll see what happens when going into next season and what City choose to do with JWE. Now, moving on to the final player, Kalvin Phillips. What does the future hold here for the 28-year-old English defensive midfielder and England international? He was an England international before he went out on loan to West Ham, and he wanted to get more regular playing time because he'd been told by manager Gareth Southgate to be playing on a regular basis to put himself in the strongest possible position to be on that plane to go to the European Championships with England to Germany in June. And he's gone to West Ham to try and get regular playing time, and it just simply hasn't worked out. When given the opportunity, he's been too leggy, too many mistakes. I don't think West Ham trust him in central midfield, and he's suffering big time because of it. And Manchester City now have a very difficult problem on their hands on what they want to do with Kalvin Phillips going forward. So, at the moment, Kalvin Phillips has made 6 appearances with West Ham. He's struggling. There's no option to buy. West Ham aren't going to take that up. They're not going to sign Kalvin Phillips in the summer. So as far as looking at it from that loan aspect, it's not the right loan. It hasn't worked, unfortunately. So Manchester City now face the question when it comes to the summer. Do we want to keep hold of Kalvin Phillips, a player that was signed for around £44 million? Do we want to keep him around the Manchester City first team squad next season, try and get him some minutes here and there, try and get his confidence up a little bit more and go from there? Because he's got a long contract. I think he's under contract until 2029. It's a long way away. So what do Manchester City want from this deal with Kalvin Phillips? If we're going to loan him, where's he going to end up? Who's going to want to take him? I don't think he's going to want to take a step down towards the bottom of the Premier League and into the Championship. I don't think he'll want to do that. I think Man City may keep a close eye on Leeds United, going very well in the Championship. Should they secure promotion back to the Premier League, we could maybe offer them Kalvin Phillips back, but I certainly don't think they'll be paying anywhere near what Manchester City would be asking for, which I imagine is probably their money back for Kalvin Phillips. It's not going to happen. So this has the potential here for Manchester City to just brush it aside and just say it's been a mistake, it's just not worked, it's a bad transfer. We all move on for the sake of Kalvin Phillips, for the sake of Manchester City, and for the sake of everyone else. And at the moment, it's a bit of a mess of a situation, and it's sad because Kalvin Phillips is a nice guy. He's a good player. He's open and honest. He's just struggling for form, and he's in a bit of a rut. And I don't know how he gets out of this rut, if I'm being completely honest, without seeking a permanent move away from Manchester City. And City would have to bite the bullet and take a loss when it comes to this transfer. I don't know what to suggest. As I said, City made to try and keep value here, keep Kalvin Phillips around the first team squad, to have them squad options, but is that the best for a player that's, 28 years old and turning 29? I'm not so sure it is. Would love to know your thoughts of that, guys, in the comments below. So there we go. That has been Loan Report number 1. We'll be back again tomorrow for Loan Report number 2 for you guys to look forward to. So if you haven't already, please do subscribe. It is free to subscribe. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Do leave a thumbs up. That would be great. Also, don't forget to let me know your thoughts in the comments below, including what would you do with Kalvin Phillips' situation heading into the summer transfer window. Let me know in the comments below. And finally, I want to say a big shout out to Fanatics sponsoring today's video. They've got the England store running. Go and check out the home shirt, the away shirt as well. They're two very smart kits, so if you do want to go and cop that, then do go and check out my link in the description. Remember, anyone who does check out Fanatics, using my link in the description does help to support the future content created here on my channel. I've used Fanatics a couple of times for a couple of my City shirts. You can go and check out Man City stuff. It's also on there if you so wish, and also used it for my Miami Dolphins NFL shirts as well, so would recommend. I think they're brilliant, so thank you very much to Fanatics for sponsoring this video, and I will see you guys again tomorrow for Loan Report number 2. So I'll see you then. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.